jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiations needed, period. Carlos, it's the first in the building. What's good with it, man? Boots ain't from Philly no more. He from Burbs now. So we already have some disownership going on. Not for me. Not for me. That was just one of the fam in the chat. That's all. Not for me. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, in the building. What it do, Gumbo? Hope all is well your way on the roadway. As always, be safe out there and always have that shotty close by in case things get a little bit rocky. You feel me? AB in the building. Arnold Brown, what's good? Salute to you, man. I see you. Bold and Understanding in the building. What's good with it, Bold? Salute to you, man. Yesterday, yeah, I had to go take care of some business. I was on here and out of here. And you know, somebody said that I was pretty much neglecting my duties, man, going on here being 30 minutes and out. I was held accountable. You know what I'm saying? That particular person reached out and attempted to scold me for my actions. I say, man, you're right, man. I apologize. So I had to come back on here and finish what I didn't get done yesterday. And this is speak about this guy, Ennis, the one that was touted to be and labeled and tagged as the next phenom of boxing. But WCS has a message for y'all. Philly don't deserve lima beans. Philly do not deserve lima beans. When I go to Philly, there's a whole lot of other things that I've seen the residents interested in. But when it comes to boxing, what Philly has established over the years, the legacy that it holds, they don't deserve lima beans. And what I mean by lima beans is, once again, Eddie Hearns is pretty much trying to say, well, Boots, I'm gonna keep you right here in your backyard, yeah? I'm gonna switch it up. You gotta do something different. You can't serve them up a nice entree every time. You gotta serve them something that's tart, dry, mushy, hard to swallow, just so they can have that moment to remember you on that day. You know, just because it doesn't look good and it's definitely not gonna taste good, it doesn't mean that the frown on their face, it doesn't mean it's totally bad. No. It doesn't mean it's totally bad. It just means for that moment, You got their attention there, Boots. That's what Eddie's saying. You got their attention, Mike. Listen to me. Yeah? We want to get their attention with some Lima Beans. Yeah, 14-1, 10 knockouts. Want to see Porto, Portugal. 32 years of age. Okay, we had Boots Ennis talking about how he was 28 when he was 27. Now he fights a guy to get acclimated to a division, which is 32 years of age, y'all. Hear me out. 32 years of age. It's not only that, it's a twist. You know what the twist is? People are talking about this IBO World Super Welterweight title. Is he getting a title? Is he ain't? You know what I'm saying? All I know is Lima Beans is going to be across the square from Jerron Ennis. He's fought a total of 81 rounds to Boots Ennis 124. He's 32 years of age. I remember when Crawford was getting up in the 33s, 34, they were saying he was old and decrepit. They were saying that he had irreversible arthritic bone degeneration. Yeah, they said Crawford should be somewhere close to a goddamn hospice care as old as he was getting. But now, the phenom himself, Jerron Ennis, Philly native, is headed into the ring, y'all, in his backyard again, serving up some Lima Beans for the Philly fans. Oh, my God. The Führer of disappointment, I swear to you, y'all, when I heard he was serving up some Lima Beans, Lima Beans, 14-1. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I said, who wants some Lima Beans in the winter? Who? It's about to be fall out there, y'all. I guarantee you right now, y'all didn't know this. But I was hiking one day on the trail, right? Because sometimes I go outdoors and go on a little adventure hike. This is how my relationship to Lima Beans, while I'm doing a freaking, reaction to Jerron Ennis fighting Uizma Lima Beans, right? Because for one, when I was on this trail, I encountered a freaking black bear, fully grown too. That bitch was big. You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, me being a prior Marine and all that, I carry food on me. I'm not saying I carried food to attract the bear. I carried food on me, and they had already briefed me that it was going to be bears in the area. So I had a little bear spray. I'm saying I'm like 6 miles out from the camp. And I run into a black bear. That motherfucker was huge, man. So at first I thought, he black, I'm black. I mean, this would be one of those moments, can't we get along? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I started to talk to her. Hey, brother, what you doing out here? You chilling? Hey, I was hoping we have a conversation because it seemed like you're hungry. Okay. And that motherfucker stood up on his hind legs. I said, no, hold up, man. I'm trying to make it up out of here. I got a live to do tonight. Now I got some shit to give you. I came bearing gifts now. So what I do, I pull out the bear spray, boom, hit it with the bear spray. The motherfucker just laughed at me. I say, man, what's so goddamn fun? I hit you with the potentest bear spray they got out in this bitch. The motherfucker sat down on his all fours, started coming towards me again. That's when I reached in my motherfucking satchel. That goddamn ALICE, all-purpose lightweight individual carrying equipment. I pulled out a motherfucking bag of Lima Beans, y'all. I grabbed them motherfuckers and I walked up to that bear. I said, here. I threw it at his motherfucking head, right? Son went in his mouth. That motherfucker started chewing it. That bitch turned the fuck around. I ain't never heard no bear growling like that. That motherfucker turned back around and that shit was running down the hill. I said, God damn, did I just invent something? Do bears not like lima beans? Do we have something in common? I deterred an attack by pulling out a goddamn bag of lima beans and repelling a bear attack. The bear turned around and ran full speed the other way. And that's what I'm thinking the fight fans are going to do when Yuizma Lima Bean steps into the arena, Wells Fargo. You know, I look back at it, right? When Gerard Ennis was up there with Cody Crowley. And I was told there was probably like 9 people in the arena at the time. That's including the janitors. Yeah, that's including the janitors, show. I can imagine what Philly fans are going to say about Yuizma. But let's hear Boots talk about Yuizma. I want you to take a look at this. Shout out to YSM Sports. This is his audio. You know, he's the one that is embedded in the Philly, you know, den over there with Boots Ennis. And I want you to take a look and listen at the audio of Gerard Ennis, who's set October 11, 2025 to face the lethal, punishing, vicious, violent Yuizma Lima Beans coming up October 11. He is set, y'all. Angola National. Let's hear this audio right here. Let's hear the audio so you all can understand what Gerard Ennis has to say about all of this. Okay? Pay attention.
Welterweight champion. Oh, my bad. Lineal welterweight champion. Gerard Ennis. My bad. I disrespected you. I apologize. What's good with you?
What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. All right, so recently announced, I think you announced it yesterday.
Yeah.
October 11th, Wells Fargo, hometown.
Yeah.
You, Yuizma Lima.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Feeling great about it. You know, excited to be at a new weight class. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready to put on the show. You know, make a big statement. You know, let everybody know that I'm here at 154. And you know, like I said, we coming for everybody. So you know, I'm ready to make this big statement and handle this business and get these other guys out of the way.
All right, Lima, top 10 ready fighter in the junior middleweight rankings, IBO champion. What does he bring to the table that could make this a difficult fight?
Okay, I'll answer that there, Jamil. Thanks for asking. Jamil proposed a question to Gerard Ennis, right? What does he bring to the table? I would tell you. I know he's going to bring a fork, spoon, whatever your utensil of choice. A paper plate. Lima beans don't deserve any porcelain. They deserve paper or styrofoam. Okay, that's what he's going to bring to the table: styrofoam or paper plates. Once he's there, we're going not with the red cup, but with also, if you want to wash it down, right? You're going to need something to wash this down. We're going to bring a bucket of water, okay? So you can dip the styrofoam cup down in the bucket and chase those lima beans down. You don't need any high-end alkaline water for lima beans. No, you have to stick with what works. And that means you need tap water, toilet water, standing water, any waters you can find around that has all the bacteria contents that you need for your white blood cells to start working. That's all I'm saying. He brings to the table lima beans. Lima beans bring to the table lima beans. That's what he brings to the table, yo. Nothing else. That's what he brings to the table. Nobody's looking for this fight. Nobody in Philly wants to see a Yuizma. Hey, man, why are you yelling at me? Yuizma, man. Hey, what that money you owe me? Hey, bro, Yuizma. Hey, man, I saw you the other day at the track meet. Right before the finish line, you Yzma.
I actually just watched him a little bit yesterday, and I mean, he just like he throw a lot of punches, like volume punches, and try to break you. That's about it. But that's not gonna happen.
What I'm intrigued about is
What you intrigued
the narrative
about?
at 147 is that you were the bigger man and that you were just bigger than everybody and stronger than everybody. But this is going to be for the first time that you are in there with a guy that's bigger than you.
Yeah.
He's 6 feet tall. I think he's fought a couple fights at 60, but he's been at 154 his whole career. What do you think that looks like?
It's gonna look good. I feel like me fighting a bigger guy, and we're gonna shut everybody up. Everybody always say I'm the bigger guy. They always say this, they say that, but now I ain't the bigger guy now. So
Hold up. Jaron is 5'10", 74 inch reach, right? 5'10", 74-inch reach. Ramon Villa was 5'10" also, 72-inch reach. He's about the same size. So if we're looking up here with Uizma, they don't even have his height up here. That's how Eddie Hearns put the word out. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearns put the word out. No. We can't put that height up there. We can't put none of that up there. We're just gonna leave that a secret. Let's get back to the vid though.
now what? After I do what I do to him, they gonna see that.
Were you surprised of all the backlash that you got with picking Lima, or when that list came out of opponents that supposedly Eddie Hearn is offered to face you on October 11th?
Jamil, man, you know goddamn well the backlash is not gonna stop. This fight is in October. It's plenty of feedback he's gonna get from this fight. No one, when I say no one, not even the shadows that exist over there in Philly on a sunny day, is looking forward to Uizma. When you walk in the church, you hear the preacher say, "Hey, please stand so we can Uizma and sing the Lord's hymn." And can I get a Uizma? You know what I'm saying? You get the picture. Nobody is looking forward to Uizma, bro. Nobody. Lima beans, butter on the side. Whether you want it goddamn already melted or you want a cold stick of butter. I think that is the punishment of all punishments, man. That Philly's about to get served some lima beans. Come on, man. The concession stands is not going to have the usual hamburger, hot dog, glizzies, okay, pretzels, fries, some chicken, nuggets, some to that nature. No, they're going to be serving dishes of lima beans. Now, they do have condiments that you can ask. If you want pepper, okay, hot sauce, whatever your selection choice is, lemon juice, steak sauce. At least the steak sauce can help you pretend that you eat something of substance. You know what I'm saying? Ketchup, mustard. They're going to provide you those condiments to try to trick you. Because lima beans is in the building in Philly come October 11th. They are sitting up here allowing Boost to go to the Wells Fargo Center and fight names that none of the Philly fans want to see. It was people with stomach aches when he fought Corinne. It was individuals that was over there grumbling, having sidebar conversations while the fight going on when he fought Albanesian. I'm just being honest, yo. And then you turn around, you fight Stantionis. Nobody thought that Stantionis was going to beat this man. Nobody.
I was surprised, because that's not like who we wanted. I asked for Ramos and Boychuk and all those other guys. And Lima was the only one that was available that took it. Everybody else either injured or got a fight coming up or mandatory. And like I said before, I'm glad somebody, I'm glad Lima took it.
Yo, man, let's stop the madness, man. When your people put the word out, they already know which fighter is basically, in the selection process and if they have a fight coming up. You are a prize fighter now, Boots. A prize fighter. You're not a rinky-dink, okey-doke, run-of-the-mill fighter out of Philly. You are a prize fighter that's sitting at 34-0, 30 knockouts. Your team is not going out there, hey, put this offer out there to son. He got a fight coming. Still do it though. Just like we put the offer out to Crawford, and we know he couldn't accept it because he was locked into a freaking rematch with and we put it in the Spence rather. No, we put it in Crawford. It's the same two-way deal. But we got Crawford stripped of the belt. Yeah, put it out there, man. If they turn it down, it'll look better on us. Come on, man. You're a prize fighter. You know you ain't sending out no offers to fighters that's already taken, that's already occupied, just got out of a fight.
He's a top 10 guy, and he's an IBO champion. So, we're gonna handle him, get him out the way, and then on to the next. We're gonna get busy.
Did you see what he posted on Instagram when the fight was announced?
No.
He says you're number one guy at 47.
Yeah.
Is that you're moving up to his division, and does that excite you?
Yeah, that get me excited. But guys like this, even though he's not known, but guys like this you can't take lightly. You gotta treat them like they're a name fighter.
People, I'm trying to minimize my furor. Listen to this. Nobody know him, but he's saying you still can't take him lightly. The fact that nobody know him, we want somebody that we know, so you won't take him lightly. We want somebody that's going to challenge you and give you the 50-50 competitive edge that we're looking for with both fighters. We want both for you all competitive blades to be sharpened and go in there and compete at the highest level. You're 34 fights in and you're moving up to a division. Bro, how much experience do you need, man? Y'all was up here talking about Crawford dropping out of Errol Spence fight to fight somebody you didn't know. But yet, all the criticism that was coming over there from freaking Crawford, you have to have tune-ups to get acclimated to the division. So how great does that make fighters that don't do it? Like Terrence Bud Crawford, Jess Rodriguez. It's been plenty of fighters that move up that don't need tune-up fights, bro. They just move up. Tank Davis. They don't need tune-up fights, man. I'm just being honest.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat him like he a top pound for pound king, and I'm gonna go in there and just handle business and be me.
But he's not a top pound for pound king. You cannot treat him and give him that ledger without him earning those wages, bro. You can't treat him like he a pound for pound king, and this dude is nowhere close to being a pound for pound king. Come on, man. I know it's just the interview, Boots, man. No, we expect more. The expectations are very, very high. Right? And we expect you, a prize fighter, to come in here and when you do these interviews, to understand what's coming out of your mouth. You can't treat him like he's a pound for pound fighter because he's nowhere even close to the list. Right now, my Lima Beans can't even catch an Uber to the pound for pound list. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He said he's comfortable with, or he's used to going into people's hometowns and beating them. Yeah. And that this will be no different.
He tripping. It's a whole different vibe. He gonna have 15, 16, 17,000 plus going against him. It's a whole different vibe. I feel like he never been on this type of stage. So when he actually get here, he's gonna be kind of like starstruck. I feel like damn, I'm finally in here. And then when he get in here with me, I feel like he's gonna be like he a lot faster, a lot stronger than what I thought.
That was when you were coming up, when you were a prospect. Mm-hmm. Everything was, he's slick, he's flashy, but
there's always a but. No.
Yeah. Do you think people are surprised with how strong you are when you get in the ring?
I think so. After every fight that I had, when I was coming up, in the rankings and things like that.
Jamil, I got a question, bro, and this is all respect. No disrespect to Jamil, first and foremost, okay? Got mad respect for Jamil. He's doing his thing. One of the best in the game, right? But Jamil, you saying how strong he is. And a cat like me just sitting back and listening to the words, right? My interpretation is if he is stronger than what people perceive him to be, why isn't he able to go out here and delegate this strength against top opposition? That's all I'm saying. If he has these inner tools, these powers, okay, just like Crawford, right? They say Crawford has a plan B, C, D, and nobody's brought out of him. So people get mad because when he get hit, he just throw everything out the window sometimes, and you know, he go get that dog work, right? But if Boots Ennis is the strongest, then what people believe him to be, he has this damn hitting power, this superpower. Why isn't he going in there getting these dudes up out of there other than Stantionis? And why is he taking tune-ups? If he's this type of dude, why can't he just move up and fight one of the big dogs at 154? I don't agree with dressing it up with all this body armor and saying how strong and how willing he's able to go in there and force, and people are going to be shocked. No, we're supposed to be shocked of, first of all, you picking this opponent that's just inconsiderably stronger like yourself. And when you go into that particular contest, that bout, you're standing across a ring with a fighter that people see as has not below the scale of 30% chance of beating you. They want to see something almost leveled up as this is a 50-50 fight. You're not making that stance right now, Ennis. And that's where my criticism come in at. I'm not saying Ennis can't box. I'm not saying this man is anywhere close to being a bum or anything. He is a former unified welterweight champion. But when you can continue to drive on gravel, bro, with a tricycle, and you're telling people, hey man, regardless of what y'all think about this tricycle, that shit fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? It'll be any Hellcat, Scat Pack, and biggity back that. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fast out the hole. You're not going to convince people that that's the case.
Everybody was at every fight. He was like, "Yo, you a lot stronger than I thought. You a lot faster than I thought." You know, it's actually different when you're in there. And when niggas get in there with me, it's a whole different story.
So what you're saying is different. It's a difference between watching the Discovery Channel and the Swimming with Jaws.
Facts. It's different from watching me on TV. Yo, when you get in there with me, you're like, dang, he's a lot faster than I thought. Can't really touch him. He in there playing with me. Like, it's just like I'm just too much.
I feel like the question on the world's mind is, what is Jaron Ennis going to look like at 154?
Yep. Yeah, that's what everybody wants to see. You know, and like I said, we're gonna put on an explosive, beautiful performance. We're gonna have some fun, man. We here now.
Please, we're gonna have some fun. I've heard that several fights from here. My stern stance on you, Jaron Ennis, is that you say the same, what you're going to do. Be in and out like a robbery. I hope you didn't stop using that because of me. You can use whatever you want to do. You say you was going to be in and out of the robbery. You stayed in there the whole duration. It's not a robbery no more. You're shopping. It's not a robbery no more. You're shopping. Okay? You're paying bills. You're on social media while you're in there. You're not robbing it. Having fun. I really don't know what the definition is anymore when it comes to Ennis. When he said he's gonna have fun, I'm confused, because if you have fun in there, have fun to the point where you dominate and leave no doubt in the fight fans that, hey, he shouldn't have been in there with you. Not going the distance. You better not go the distance with Uiz Malima beans. Okay, there. You better not go the distance with Uiz Malima beans. You better not go the distance with a plate of lima beans. You better not do it.
Before, so we here, ready to put on some dominant performances, some beautiful shows, some beautiful highlight knockouts. Just have fun.
He said highlight knockouts, y'all. Okay. Did you hear him? That concluded. He said highlight knockouts. But let's take a look at this now. Back then and again, I have been the only one that was doing a boxing FICO score on Jaron Ennis and other fighters, but primarily Jaron Ennis way back in the day. I seen his rise. Believe it or not, I seen this long time ago that he wasn't quite living up to the billing that people thought. I did a live on his rise through the WBO rankings at welterweight. I also started basically speaking on his boxing FICO score as a fighter. I've been very critical of his resume of very substandard, mediocre, marginal opposition. Now, of course, people want to big him up because he fought Karen twice. That to me. What's that D word I'm looking at? That D word, desperation. That was desperation on their part. Real talk. That was just desperation, them trying to hype him up. Then he went in there and couldn't take out Avanesian himself like Igis Kavalowski and Terrence Crawford did. Okay, they say, hey, man, he did in shorter fashion. People want to just use selective amnesia. It happens, yo. People do have selective amnesia. Acute selective amnesia at that. But see, this is where it all started back then when, I put down there the professional debut, April 30th, 2016. And while he was building up his FICO, there has been some fighters' names that came up to Jaron Ennis's attention, and he avoided them by turning them down. That to me is a cause for concern. Cause for concern. Why? Because you heard in the interview, and thanks for YSM Media in that interview. Unfortunately, I'm just doing a reaction to it, big dog. That's it. Jaron has been on record as turning down certain fights with, certain names we would want to see him with. When Virgil Ortiz had put the offer out there, it wasn't something that they wanted to speak on. They didn't want to fight T.O. for whatever reason, and a surplus of other names that was out there. He didn't get a chance to fight Brian Norman because all of a sudden when Brian Norman, who like myself, I was hoping he wasn't going overseas, getting jet lag and all that. The one who had jet lag was Ennis, because they was watching every freaking flight. Well, where you at right now? Oh, 800 miles out. Okay. They was, okay. He finally touched down. Okay, cool. We're gonna give a little bit of time. Day before the fight, they want to announce, hey, we moving up. Just can't make the weight no more. I wanted to fight Brian Norman Jr., but he's gonna have to wait until you move up to 54. That's the only way. I'm tired. Can't you tell the difference in my voice? My throat dry. I'm parched, dehydrated. I'm about to head down there and get me a goddamn IV right now. Woo! Just can't make 47 no more. Got to move up to 54. I'm getting old. I'm 27, turning 28. Goddamn it, man! And doctor told me, hey, what you need when you move up, the first thing you need is a good night wholesome bowl, and put some honey on there of lima beans. That's what you need. Make sure you spread that sous vide honey on there. Oh, it's sweet. It make you not think that those is lima beans. And make sure you take a spoon and just stir it up and get that honey all nice in there, and put some chocolate on there too. Make you think you're eating some chocolate honey almonds. You know what I'm saying? Because Philly does not deserve this serving of opponents by Jaron Ennis. I have absolutely been on record as saying he has one of the poorest FICO scores. It don't matter if he picked up champion or not. It's just the fact that he has mad potential. Jaron Ennis has mad potential. But the opponents, man, it's kind of giving me Demetrius Andrade. It's kind of giving me a person that if he don't have a fight coming up, you're not going to hear from him. And then when you do hear from him, it's somebody that you don't want to even talk about. You was waiting for him to get a fight date. He has a fight date, and all of a sudden you're disinterested. It's actually Jaron Ennis' fans out there that's hoping that he does better, bro. Like, I want to see Jaron go to 154 and get with it. Finally turn the corner, jump out on stage, curse drawn and everything, and set it off. I'm waiting for that opponent to be the one for him to set it off. I would have liked the Fundora fight. Bakra Murtazalayev. I would have liked that. He don't deserve no Crawford. But it would have been good to see that. Him fight somebody tough. Tim Tszyu, even Tim Tszyu. I would have liked for him to face somebody tough. Erickson Lubin, Xander Zayas, Xander just got a belt. Shit, you know how much spark that would have took? You know, if he would have said, I want to fight Xander Zayas. You know me. If you was in the WBO rankings at 147, well, goddamn, get your ass in the WBO rankings again and goddamn go for Xander. That would have been a good name to take. They probably wouldn't took the fight, though. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think Team Zayas would have took the fight. Now, Team Fundora, I don't know what they would have did, bro. I don't know what they would have did, but that would have been a good name. Murtazayev would have been a good name. But he's operating off a FICO score that keeps on descending. And that's not good for you, Ennis. That's not good, bro. I'm just being honest with you. That's not good for you being one of the top tier potentials. You're trying to get fights. Look, Lima Beans is not going to get you on the pound for pound list. You said on Ariel Helwani that you was going to unify 4 divisions, undisputed. You pick up 2 belts, really 1. But at least I can say you defended the IBF. But you picked up 1 belt off a champion there. And we're waiting for you to fight the 2 other champions and you move. So now the biggest question is, how long is it going to take in 2026 for your next opponent? You're trying to scoop up all this money in Philly. I get it. I'm not in your pockets. Do what you got to do. But Philly fans, y'all sitting up here accepting him serving you a dish of lima beans? You respect that? You want him to serve you up a dish of lima beans? A dude that got less than half of Jaron Ennis' freaking professional fights. And this is his debut, and this is supposed to be considered a tune-up, all because he's a IBO World Super Welterweight champion. Is that what we talking about? That's crazy. That's wild right there. Let me get to the chat, man. Shout out to Bug Gun Stop Canelo in the building. BG on deck. What it do, man? Don Vaughn in the building. Don Von Wine in the building. If you coming for everybody, it must be the tuna fish and the sardines because he ate up all the tomato soup already. Man, talk that hot grease, man. Dang, talk that hot grease, man. You saying all of the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, the soup cleared the shelf. No more. You hear that, Ennis? All the tomato, whether it's tomato sauce, soup, any of that, it's all gone. Now it's tuna fish and sardines. And you know, this fight stinks. I agree with Gumbo. This fight absolutely stinks. It smells all to be damned because Philly fans don't need that, man. They don't need that. Shout out to OG Golden in the building. Carlos said, man, Boots really pissed me off. He making Philly fighters look soft. That's not what we do up here. I agree, man. I agree that Boots is making Philly look a certain way, bro. And it's not the way that's representing them in the highest, the brightest, not the highest, the brightest light and the highest tier. I mean, when it comes to Philly, Philly has that boxing lineage that people talked about back in the day. But now you have a fighter who is 28 years of age in Boot years, because Boots act like he's 38. He going on 38. And he's supposed to be the one that's out here selling it to the boxing fans that he's the next best. He's going to be on the pound for pound list doing his thing. I don't see it. Lima looked like the soccer player in Bop. Yeah, man. He does, man. He looked like he can be out there playing football. You know? They lied about Ortiz because they know they was fighting a can. Man, I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? He said it's not like other fighters don't take time. tune-ups, I guess, when they move up. In fact, it's standard practice. Yeah, the guys with lots of confidence move up and fight the champions, but most guys tune up. It's not that they just have confidence. They have belief in themselves that if they're considered to be the elite status, they fight as the elite do. When you talk about standard practice, what is the standard practice? The standard practice in boxing, they have a format which fighters build up their resume off soft touches. Then you get to a point where they no longer consider you a prospect. So when you start making these moves up weight divisions, if one or two other fighters in that division move up from one division, move up, and they don't take soft touches in their initial introduction to the weight class, that means there's several other fighters that consider themselves to be elite too, can do the exact same thing. We just gonna keep talking about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo moves up and fights Sergey Kovalev, but he was old, but he's a champion. He moves up to fight Dmitry Bivol. Was it a tune-up? Or are we gonna just keep on talking? Oh, that's Canelo though. It's Canelo. It's not standard practice, bro. When you're an elite fighter, when you're on a level where people separate you from those of your compeers in that division, you're no longer considered a part of the community. You're considered the elite. They're considered good, average to good. Everybody else is on their own sub-community, which when their names are mentioned, they're not mentioned on the same scale as the Boots Ennis's. Uisma Lima Beans is not considered to be on Boots level. Boots get all veggies from tomato cans and carrot sugar to lima beans. Man, I'm just saying, man, this lima beans, man, you don't serve no lima beans to Philly. That's disrespectful, yo. They booed him in Philly against Karen. Imagine what they're gonna do with lima beans. Man, they're gonna get their first taste, man. They're gonna think because they got all the hot sauce over it, they're gonna try to spread some cheese over there, BG. They're gonna try to spread some hot cheese over there to make it look like it's Doritos or something, corn chips, chili fries. They're gonna try to fool them. What's this right here? Oh, it's just one of our special concoctions that we need. We talked to all the Philly residents, most of them, and they said, yeah, bring this out. We're gonna love them. But what is it though, bro? Man, you'll see when I gotta get to the customs, man. Go walk about 3 blocks that way and dip in there and tell me what you think. I bet they come back and goddamn air the place out. Even if it's a slingshot, y'all. They're going to air the place out once they find out it's lima beans. Once they start digging in there and that taste hit, what the? Oh, they're going to come back and air it out, yo. For real. I'm not playing. I bet he's a flat-footed fighter that comes straight forward. Hey, we'll see, Gumbo. Because they're trying to say, oh, well, he's tall and everything. Man, they don't even have his freaking dimensions here. He's so tall and he rangy. I'm gonna do some research. Hold up. I'm about to be nosy in this. Lima beans versus Ennis. I'm about to find out some information about lima beans. Because lima beans is like a bucket of dog shit. You always know what you're going to get. Okay. Where's his statistics? Okay. Oh, shit. No. Okay. I was trying to find some information on this dude. And it's amazing how they just totally, it's absent. It's absent, you know? Let's go here. Maybe let me see. Do they hear it? Do they have it right here? No. How convenient for them not to have nothing but his age up here. I want to see the dimensions. I want to see the height and reach because he's just gargantuan type of fighter. I don't believe it. Boots is a height fighter just like Milli Vanilli. Well, I don't know, Gumbo. I don't know if I agree with that because Millie Vanilli obviously was lip syncing. Jerron Ennis ain't lip syncing. He's just opponent stinking. He ain't lip syncing. His opponent stinking. That's all. They smell some foul, goddammit. Yeah, they smell some foul. Just like you said. Hey, no more tomato sauce or none of that shit. God damn it, this is sardines. This is old spoiled fish that was left out in the car. Not even room temperature, Gumbo. They left this in the trunk of the car during the summertime and let that fish start to rot. His opponents stink. Just smell bad, yo. You know, he's actually going in there and fighting the Gumbo. He's going in there fighting. Millie Vanilli, they went in there and somebody else was singing. Devin Haney fighting the best division champion, first fight in 147. Yeah, he is fighting a champion in 147. Have to give him that. And also you have to give him the fact that he fought Regis Prograis first at 140. I did leave out Devin Haney. Not purposely, but he didn't cross my thought process. But BG, let it be known. Okay. Shout out to the hottest chat in MF and game. That's exactly what quality over quantity, bro. Quality over quantity, man. You know what I'm saying? Starstruck with 15. Yeah, Gumbo, man. Come on, Gumbo, man. You kicking some hot grease today, man. You right, man. You right. Starstruck over 15,000. God damn. But hey, look, they'll say that Brian Norman ain't did 15,000. But yeah, he going overseas. He's going to other people's backyard. He's getting it in. You know what I'm saying? God damn. It's not a robbery. You're shopping. Yeah, for real, man. And he ain't in there robbing shit, BG, except people's time. He always want to put the disclaimer out there, BG. I'm being in and out like a robber. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do what I got to do. They're going to see. I'm going to step on them. No. They done cut the car off outside. Man, I thought this, oh my God, man. Somebody tell that nigga, oh my God, man, they're going to be here real soon, man. Somebody go get that nigga, man. God damn. He said in and out like a robbery. That nigga in there goddamn trying on shit. This nigga trying on shit. Okay, yeah, that looked good. Let me see the other Pooh Shiesty mask and see if it's different than the one I got on. Oh, man, I like that color right there. Woo, God. Hey, give me a different money bag. Yeah, give me a different money bag than that. I got to have that lima bean, olive green type texture to it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Don't put no goddamn them damn dye tablets in there either. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bruce saying he's the best in the world, so it's not standard practice to fight tune-ups. Talk to him, DV. Talk to him, chat. Man, come on, talk to these people, man. He said, Boots say he's the best in the world. So it's not standard practice to fight tune-ups. Did you hear that? When you talking about, excuse me, it's standard practice for fighters to do what Boots are doing. Why are you so hard and abrasive on him? Please. It's standard practice. Nope. Don Von Juan just made it perfectly clear. If you are making that declaration that you are the best in the world and you are a former unified champion, you are no longer in the company of average. You are considered to be the higher echelon, the top tier. You're trying to work to stay up with the creme de la creme, but it's hard to put Boots up there with the creme de la creme when he's selecting lima beans as the dish of choice for his opponents. Shut up, Rick Star. What's good, man? God damn. Boots selected lima, then proceeded to say he wants all the best fights. Oh my God, man. Y'all, I don't know what y'all ate for breakfast this goddamn morning, goddamn it. I don't know if y'all sitting up there eating the coffee beans straight up for real. But damn, somebody tell Jerron Ennis, man, to hit the replay on this shit because the chat is on to something. The chat is on to something, man. They saying you no longer have an acquired taste for tomato sauce. You have moved to sardines. Yes. You've moved to marine life. Throw some jellyfish in there. Yeah, they say you have moved and transitioned from tomato basil sauce to marine life. That's why it's so funky. That's why your opponents are so funky right now, Jerron. This is unacceptable, yo. And they wonder why I gave you a low FICO to begin with. I saw this, bro. I saw it a long time ago. I saw it. That's why I did a freaking the lives on his FICO score the way I did. And listen, don't say I'm hating, because Jerron in his new FICO, undisputed, right? I put that up there. I gave him a 678, y'all. I mean, that can get you pre-approved for some shit. Am I right or wrong? That can get you pre-approved. Stop it, yo. Come on, man. I don't hate this man. I just want him to do better. I do. I want him to be better than what he's signing up for. The hottest chat in MF and Game is blazing right now. Blazing. Bro. Come on now. Come on, Ennis. It ain't just me, bro. Imagine Michael Jordan saying it's standard practice to play against middle school players. See, you can't give that particular person because they're not one of the standard family members. Don, hear me out, everybody else. You got to understand, when this topic comes up, there are going to be individuals that just show up at the cookout. I consider them, and not in a negative way, but the strays are going to come over here every now and then. So don't put too much emphasis on them having merit behind saying it's standard. They're only trying to, in an insidious way, they're trying to give Boost Ennis a freaking pass for his actions. No, we're not going to give you a pass, shawty. Nope. Just like it was said in the chat, when you call yourself the best in the world, you're no longer in the company of the average. You're up here at the point where you're signed with Matchroom. They consider you one of the biggest names on that promotion. You can't sit up here and make those assumptions anymore that he's aligning himself with the standard practice. No, now it goes into the decision-making process. Now the selection, people are scrutinizing your selection. People like myself, I'm placing scrutiny on your selection process because I don't feel it's measuring up to who those supporters of yours speak your name. They speak your name as if your opposition is where it's supposed to be. No. Why would you need tune-ups to acclimate to the division when it was said in the interview that people really don't know how strong you are? I mean, you're bigger and stronger than what people think. They need to goddamn make that abundant. We need to make that abundantly clear. Hey, you're stronger. People don't know how strong you are. If he's stronger and we don't know how strong he is, then show us by contending against top tier opposition. Like DV mentioned, Michael Jordan saying it's standard practice to play against middle school players. You're never going to hear that. You're never going to hear MJ speak such, bro. Jerron FICO score isn't poor, it's booty. He created his own score. Poor is too generous. Hey, man. The only thing I'm trying to make people aware of is that I want to see him do better. You know what I'm saying? Uisma Lima beans is not better. It's not better. I put Uisma Lima beans below Avanesian. I do. I surely do. I put him below Avanesian, yo. Because I'm looking at him having a fight over here in the US. It's going to be his first one. Did you hear that, DV? BG? Gumbo? Carlos? It's his first fight in the US. And he called himself one of the best in the world. And you wonder why I do reaction videos? Because you're serving up lima beans in Philly. Your fighter that you're bringing back to Wells Fargo in your hometown after those other names you have fought, you have declined. At least people knew who Stantionis was. At least they had some type of familiarity through the lens of your support system of Karen Chukasigan. At least they had a little bit. Nobody even remembers anything else outside the two Karens and a Stantionis. This guy having his first fight in the US of A. His first fight in the US of A, y'all. This dude is having his first fight in the good old US of A. But I must tell you, through standard practice, let me standardize how many undefeated fighters that he has on his record. Okay? Lima Beans has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 out of 15 fights. He has 4. So should he get credit for those 4? No, because nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows. This guy has been fluctuating in weight in his career. He says he's been at 154 the entire time. Not so. Just in December 2024, he fought his highest on 163. And then his last fight, May of this year, 153. So this is his first fight. He's going to the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Some more would be, man. Whatever they want to talk about. They made fun of Crawford opponents. Now the Boots fans going to get this work. Absolutely. Absolutely, because we all remember when they was acting like they didn't know who Avasnesian was. Avocado. Who is that? And then post-fight, what do y'all think about the results of Terrence Crawford stopping David Avasnesian in 6th round? That's what he's supposed to do. And then, I mean, Boots would have got him up out of there earlier than that. Cap. Y'all. We heard that shit. Hey, Boots would have got him up out of there earlier than that. Come on, shawty, capping. That's not cool. Stop capping, bro. Stop mother effing capping. You say he would have got him up out of there earlier, and it didn't happen when he finally received the opportunity. Finally. Prayer man is carrot chew, and now Lima beans. Yeah, man. Yeah. And you actually put a carrot to Chukasigan. Now, carrot, they supposed to be improved eyesight. If he was a carrot, you know, Ennis would have known, like, but no, he came out the pocket, you know, paid that man after not winning the purse bid, paid that man more money to fight in his hometown again. I don't see how that's beneficial to you, buddy. I do not see how that's beneficial to you. Taking less money to fight Stantionis, I don't see how that's less money. You pretty much appeased him for the belt. But right now, my gripe and my complaint is what you see on the screen. Okay? Philly don't deserve Lima beans. They don't deserve no such freaking vegetable aside selection. No. I cannot accept this, yo. I cannot accept this right here. Somebody should remove this from the menu. No, the boxing FICO is plummeted. It plummeted, Jerron Ennis. Thou FICO has plummeted. Ye shall seek punishment for your actions and decisions. Your FICO score is in, it's not even in the trash, man. Your boxing FICO score is in the landfill right now. Because you're coming off a championship win and then moving up the division with all the fighters you avoided, and you're going to fight a fighter that's coming to the U.S. for the first time? Huh? Just because he's an IBO champion, you're about to claim to be a 2-division champion? I can't be mad at him, because that might be standard practice for Jerron Ennis. That might be standard practice to take the road of least resistance, the path of least resistance. And to me, that is exactly what we're dealing with right now with Jerron Ennis. Well said in the chat. Well said. The chat understands this is not standard practice when you say you're the best in the world. He said after this fight, it's supposed to be bigger and better names. After this fight right here, that's what our expectation barometer should measure. It should measure him moving up, fighting top opposition at 154 pounds, not this damn Uisma lima beans with extra butter. And if you pay $2 more, we can throw some hot cheese on top of it. That'll help it slide down your throat while you're chasing it with that goddamn tap water. No, you can't chase no lima beans with alkaline. No, that's disrespectful. No, you ain't trying to hydrate off lima beans. No, the tap water is going to continue to give you the diarrhea that you're looking for. You want to consume them and shit them out quickly. Like when lima beans walk into the arena Wells Fargo, yeah, they're going to be looking for this fight to end early. People are not trying to stay there too long to see a contest where it's a mismatch. I don't care about how tall this dude is. I don't care about what his reach. I don't care about none of that. Unless he's sitting at Sebastian Fundora. What's going on, Marlon Brutes? Unless he's sitting at Sebastian Fundora's height and reach. Okay, then I say, IBO champion, haven't heard of him, but motherfucker tall as shit. Okay, this might be a little interesting. Never seen Boots fight a dude that tall. That's not the case. That's not the case. In case y'all don't know, man, this is Jaron Ennis' next opponent. 15 professional experience points right there. Yes, 81 rounds, y'all, comparable to Boots' 124. His is his first fight in the good old US of A. Okay, he's coming over here. He said, I know everybody think this is going to be an easy fight. It ain't going to be no easy fight with me. I'm tough. I'm a warrior. I'm still hungry. My appetite is for destruction. And that's what I'm going to goddamn do to Jaron Ennis. I don't care what y'all say. I know y'all ain't on my side, but you will be once the fight over with. Yeah. We're going to be at your bedside. We're going to be dropping by. Hey, man, old boy cool? He good? He ain't. Jin Sasaki, he lost 3 months memory? Oh, shit. Ennis hitting like that? Damn, I need to hurry and go to the car and goddamn do me a live stream. I need to get in the mobile headquarters and do me a live stream on this shit. 3 months. You lying. Damn. I ain't know it was going to go out like that. I mean, what you expect? That's the level of competition that he fights. So they should go out fairly easy. But I tell you this, Jaron Ennis, and I'm going to leave it right here, is that if you select to go the distance with this guy, or he land any type of shots on you that people say, no, I'm not feeling that. We shouldn't be expecting that from Ennis. He's better than that. He considered himself to be what? The best in the world. Just like the chat said, hey, if you consider yourself to be the best in the world, you are not being measured by your compeers who are considered average, regardless of y'all in the same profession. You are considered to be a top rising championship contender right now. You are a unified champion going from one division to the other. It ain't standard practice to have tune-ups. Everybody don't have a tune-up because they're confident and they're in shape and they know their ability to go in there and perform at such a high level. I don't think Ennis consistently. I want to see consistency. That's all. I want to see consistency. He go in here, he should clean a lima beans nose, and once lima beans is over, should throw that motherfucking plate in the dumpster. It's no longer usable. Y'all didn't know that? Once you put lima beans in the plate, you'll forever have that taste. Throw that motherfucker away. Get that shit far away from your kitchen as possible. You can have some collard greens, mac and cheese, fried chicken, y'all. I'm talking about just that crispy fried. Potato salad. Cranberry. You know what I'm saying? It's a banana pudding. And I guarantee you, once you put that fork down in there and you eating on a plate that used to have lima beans in it, man, you're going to be fucking pissed. You're going to go back. Hey, hold up. And my whole plate tastes like goddamn lima bean. It tastes like clay. Oh, yeah. I told I told Jesse to throw that plate out. He didn't throw it out. He tried to put it in the dishwasher. He tried to put that shit in the dishwasher. I'm telling you, lima beans will ruin any type of plate. All your food after that shit is going to taste like lima beans. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. Mr. Gooch to you, ITC Boxing to you is in the building. What's good with it? Now, I must address the room. Shout out to Blue Hustle in the building. What's good? What's good? Shout out to my guy, Haynes Legacy in the building. Salute to you, brother. I just happened to dip back in the chat, and I see, let me see, 1:27 p.m. So I came on at 12:27, and somebody was given the link and decided to show up late after scolding a brother for coming on 30 minutes. Damn, my expectations of you are much higher for you to show up an hour. Yo, mine. I'm about to hit you up, man. I'm about to see what's going on, dog. I'll give you a pass because I know you probably have some other stuff going on. It's all good, bro. Shout out to my guy Haynes, though. Salute to the family, man. Continue to keep your prayers up. You know what I'm saying? Blue Hustle say, what up, WCS? And what up with you, Blue? What's the difference with Madrimov? Hey, man. Gooch, I can't figure it out, man. I can't figure why it cannot be a showdown. Jerron Ennis doesn't have any showdowns on his box rec. Jerron Ennis just has bouts, scheduled bouts. Showdowns are what we're considering to be competitive. A percentage that's higher than a 70-30 layout, a 60-40. We're talking about 55, 45, 50-50. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about 90-10. We're not talking about 95-5. No, we're talking about an opponent that's going to go in there and give Jerron Ennis a competitive go. I didn't say beat him. I said give him a competitive contest, challenge him, and so we can see consistency. That's all I want. That's all I freaking want. I'm not asking for too much. Real talk. I don't see IO here. I hope nobody didn't block him. I don't see him in the chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see him in. If you're in here, shout out to IOTBA Boxing. Make sure you go check him out. The Spit Bucket Podcast. Yeah, make sure you hit him up. Make sure you hit up ITC Boxing to you, the Apostles on deck, Omaha Stand Up. Make sure you check him out. No one boots at fault is on his level. There's obviously some flaws they see in his game, and it has kept them on the low tier trajectory. Yeah, I agree, man. They have definitely seen some things, but I look at it like this. Brute, I look at it like if you're speaking that type of language where you're saying you're the best in the world and you're going in there in and out like a robbery, you're gonna go in there and have fun. We want to see you go in there and have fun and dominate while you're having fun. We don't want you to go in there and just treat an opponent that's considered to be outside your parameter of technical skills. We don't want you to go in there and make these fighters seem like they on your level. Not when we're trying to big you up and say, oh, the Boost is the next big thing. He gonna destroy 154. Boost is the next to be on the pound for pound list. Boots. Are you going to be that fighter where they just say your name because it sounds good? Boots. And you never get close to the pound for pound? LIMA isn't getting you on the pound for pound list. No. You have dug a hole right now where you have to fight consistent competition. Okay. You have to have at least 2 good fights, top tier opponents. You have to go in there and win. You're not going on the pound for pound list with an IBO title. with a fight with only 15 professional fights. And he's about to pick up his second loss coming up October 11th. I'm just being, sincere as I possibly can. Yeah, man, nasty work at WCS Boxing Fico is all fucked up. I had to remind them there, Haynes. I had to remind them what it was when they say I was hating on them. I wasn't hating on Boots. I'm not. I'm just responding to how they was criticizing Crawford so much about Abyssinian, avocado, I don't know, and all this other stuff. But yet, he's moving up and he needs a tune-up. But yet, Crawford faced Madrimov, and they said his legs look gone. It was people up here saying that they thought Madrimov won, but he fought a freaking champion. He fought a motherfucking champion, dog. Damn. I want to give a big shout out to my guy Haynes Legacy, man, for the $5 in the Cash App. Much appreciated, man. Always thanks for supporting the channel, man. Like I said, continue to keep your prayers up for Haynes, man. He's always supported the channel since day one. Truly appreciate it, my brother. I can tell you he got more KOs than this Lima dude. Yeah. Yeah. But one love to you there, Haynes. Appreciate you, man. I don't know, Gooch. Shout out to OG Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, some more. What's good? In my opinion, Boots is supposed to be great, but he is fighting lima beans, and he seemed like he is being moved a certain way. His promoter doesn't have faith in him, probably. That's what I'm saying. The chat on fire today. Speaking of faith, Blue, I will look at it like this. I think Eddie Hearn does have faith in Boots to fight in Philly. Eddie Hearns is milking that heifer. God damn. You know that heifer, that when they milk them and they get all that fresh milk off that, man, they milking the shit out of this Philly heifer. Not Boots. I'm talking about that the actual cow. They're milking the hell out of it. Because they up there like, hey, we're going to just make as much money fighting here at Wells Fargo. And like somebody said, he's amazed and starstruck over 15,000. So he's going to continue to fight in his hometown so he don't have to go nowhere. How's that going to play out? How's that going to play out now? The bigger the competition, you think they coming to Philly? No, they ain't coming to Philly, bro. But am I feeling some type of way because he's in Philly? No. I would just hope that he fight a top tier opposition that gives us that warm and fuzzy feeling that, man, I can't wait till he step in the ring again. No, man, we're not feeling this about Uizma lima beans. Extra butter sauce, please. Yeah, butter. Yeah, give me a spoon, a bigger spoon. Yeah, a ladle. Yeah, okay, thank you. And please. No, can you bring me another bucket of water? Make it taller. Trash can. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot. I just don't get it. No problem. You already know. But people, I got to bounce, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. It's always a pleasure. And until my next live, I hope y'all do understand that in no way, shape, or form you should ever sit down to a table, right, fellas? If you with your girl and your girl say, "Hey, I'm gonna go up here and get my plate of food. Let's go." And y'all at a buffet, and she come back to the table with you, right? And she has lima beans in the company of some premium meat, like let's just say, for instance, some steak, freshly cut ham, turkey, any type of premium meat. And she has lima beans on her plate. I don't care if you all was together 8 years already strong. You need to get the hell up out of there and say, I'm breaking up with you. Outside of this right here, I never seen you eat lima beans, but you come to a motherfucking buffet and get some lima beans on your plate, break up right there. If you've been married and your girl come back with some lima beans, the very next day, you need to be at the courthouse filing for divorce, man. She done lost her mind. She has lost her ever living mind, bringing lima beans back to the table and say, baby, I was just thinking as I was eating these lima beans, they are so, I never thought. No. Right then, automatic divorce. I don't care how many kids you got. You can have 6 kids. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You know what I'm saying? They can be that close, goddammit. If she bring back some lima beans, you abandon the whole family, y'all. So it's sometime or another when you wasn't around, you was at work getting it, that she stepped in that buffet and fed them kids lima beans. Even when you was buying baby food, she probably got down, put some lima bean in the basket, purchased it, and went in the car and said, I know you're hungry. Come up here. Let me feed him, feed her right quick. Let me feed him right quick and give him them lima beans. By the time she got down the street, the diapers was funky. She up there yelling at the kids, I know you didn't shit in your diaper. I know you didn't shit in your diaper. And the kid be wanting to tell you, you fed me some mother effing lima beans, mama. Why do you do that? Why? My stomach hurt. I got all this green shit in my diaper. Why? Man, I have to get up out of it. Shout out to the hottest chat in MF game, man. Y'all hold it down. Another time, another place. I'm out.